Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're taking a quick look at Elon, just so we know exactly what's going on with the nice little increase we have here today, right? It's back on track. So good stuff there, of course. We're going to take a look at that. And just know if you are new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. So you should always do your own research, right? That's just kind of a given. However, if you're new to the channel, of course, you need to also note that I actually have a trading community. Link in the description below for that. Check that out in your own time. I send out signals for every single trade that I take. It's an amazing experience for everyone included. Everyone's actually learning and growing together, and it's I don't know, just phenomenal. I can't speak higher of it. It's really, really cool. Anyways, check that out in your own time. So we're going to take a look here at the one-day chart first and kind of work our way down. And these squiggly lines, by the way, are major support and resistance zones. So we're right within that, which is fantastic. So we don't even need to worry about that for the moment. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Start with the basics and work our way down. So 50-day, no worries. Don't even need to worry about that. We are below 70 on the RSI finally. This is actually a good thing. We wanted to have that little reset because honestly, it was getting a bit on the overextended side. So it'd be cool if it stayed between 50 and 70, just so there's no overextension like we had before, because things get a little funky when you jump up, 200-300% in a couple of trading days, right? That messes things up, honestly. But either way, you were in good shape here there. I like that. We're right in between 50 and 70 on the RSI on the one day. We are also above 50 on the 4-hour chart, right? We're above 50, under 70. That's fantastic. We had a recent convergence here on the MACD, of course, which was right here. We can kind of see that pretty clear. And let me just go ahead and get rid of Fibonacci for the moment, so we can kind of see a little bit more without all the noise, right? And what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the 1-hour chart and then go ahead and get onto the prediction. But generally speaking here, I like what I see here so far. We've got this nice consistency right above 50, right around 60 RSI for the most part on both the 4-hour and the one-day chart. Those are great things. I like to see that. We've also got this accumulation of volume right here too. So I'd be willing to guess we have a support level kind of getting established here. Let's go ahead and spread this out a little bit and see where most of the volume is at. Okay, so we had a tremendous amount of consolidation down here, right around 112. So that kind of reiterates that support zone, which is good. And there's starting to get a lot more volume here in this little zone right here as well. So those are both good things in the volume. Let's take a quick look at the cloud. And we're back up above the cloud. This is fantastic. So we love to see this here. This basically just implies that we have a nice, healthy continuation above support. So not only do we have to not worry about the breaking through the cloud any longer, we also have it working as a potential support if the price were to continue sideways or to potentially even dip down and come back up, right? Because in this kind of trends here, we've noticed that the Ichimoku cloud has a very strong tendency of holding the price action higher, which is fantastic. So that's a really good sign there. Furthermore, too, if we look at the price, it's consolidating right here at support. So right around 170, it's kind of just hanging out there and doing very, very well. So I love to see that. This is a really cool situation. So Elon is actually looking very, very good, all things considered. Now, let's take a quick look at TD sequential. I'm sure we got some resets. Yeah, we're in a period of consolidation. That doesn't matter too much. But if we can see here, we got up to an 8 and it kind of reset and went sideways. That's actually very good. Basically just means that it kind of rejected out here at 189, but it's consolidating and going sideways above 170. So 170 is a nice strong support level for the moment. And I think that'll continue to hold because we've been at that same range for the last, 12, 16 hours. So that's a good sign. This is actually perfect because we want to see the legs ups and this period of consolidation, right? That's what I always talk to my patrons about, try to, help them understand that it's important to look for staircase patterns, right? So hopefully the price goes over and kind of ramps up at one point after this period of consolidation. In fact, the fact that it's been about 12 to 16 hours is just enough time for the next leg up. So even though I don't see an obvious indication that the price is just going to jump up, there's a strong chance that it will increase from here, and it has had enough time to consolidate to get that next leg up. If that makes sense. Okay, so that's just kind of what you're looking at there for the most part. Let's go ahead and quickly see what the big picture looks like for us here, and we can kind of estimate essentially where we're going to be at in the potential near future, right? And you can see these little lines here are probably from the previous Fibonacci, basically just reiterating the fact that we have 323 as a potential. There's also 420, and I would say a best case scenario is 466. That's an extreme best case scenario. Also keep in mind too, this time frame here, October 29th to the 5th, that's roughly about 7 days of trading. So the price has spent 7 days in this type of situation, right? That much range in 7 days. So say we were to copy that and just basically go up here, right? we'd be looking at a potential of somewhere in the range of just say 357 to 420. That's a strong potential within the next week. Okay. Now, the only reason why I say it's potentially strong, normally I would just say it's not, is the simple fact that we have this nice, pretty consolidation right here. I love the fact that it's going sideways right now, accumulating volume at this place, basically just creating this stronger support because the volume profile really speaks loudly and it helps us understand that the price will likely continue upwards. Granted, there's a chance it could come down too, right? There's no guarantees in the fact that it's going to stay here. But the fact that it's hovering right above a Fibonacci retracement line, it's been hovering there for quite a little while, right? I would say, between a half a day, 3/4 of a day, that's a very good sign. That gives us that confidence and knowing that it's above the current place in which it should be, right? So that's a good sign. Now, how soon up it will rise, hard to say, but this one has a tendency of just kind of going on random tears, so I wouldn't be surprised we see it creep up this weekend and increase because weekends seem to be a little bit more on the active side for these coins. Okay, and I think that a lot of that has to do with people like you and I, the average consumer, driving up the price. Obviously, you want to be careful on the weekdays because sometimes the price will decrease based on the fact that the whales are taking their profits, right? So in fact, it's an interesting coincidence, but look, this is the first right here, and this whole entire time right here, this is the 1st through the 5th. So this is Monday through Friday right here. Does that seem like a coincidence to you? It doesn't to me. And that's just based on the way that it works, right? We drive up the price and the whales sell it once it gets to a certain point and we're all left holding on to our coins. It's a very common rinse and repeat from the whales. But just note that that could happen, right? And then this could still be the whales here too, don't get me wrong. It's not like that's all they do is sell. But you can kind of see what's going on, right? In other words, we should have a green weekend. That's my anticipation. If Bitcoin can pull its head out of its ass and kind of just get up to like what, 62, 63,000, then a lot of other altcoins are going to take off as well. It's just kind of on pause right now for some strange reason. But Elon is no exception. It'll continue upwards. That's my speculation. But just note this weekend, I'd say best case scenario this weekend is we test the resistance of 254. That'd be a best case. I don't think we're going to see any kind of higher highs per se, or correction, any breaking all-time highs this weekend. I don't think that's a likelihood, but I could be wrong. We've had enough consolidation to allow it, right? So it is primed. So hopefully you found benefit here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join my Patreon community before it's too late. We actually have a limited amount of subscriptions available and the price is going to increase next month based on demand. And we'll just go ahead and see what happens with that. But it's an awesome experience. Check that out in your own time. If you need trading signals or you just want somebody alongside you to kind of help you become a better trader, I'm your guy. We'll be happy to help you out. We have an amazing community. So thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.